Hello YouTube, my name is Flightsimguy, and today I'm going to go ahead and make a video and add it to the pile of other videos on YouTube where the subject is a dedication to Meigs Field. Now, Meigs Field has a special spot in the heart of everyone who is a flight simmer. Well, everyone over the age of 40. The reason for that is Meigs Field, for the longest time, in the past, whenever you fired up Flight Simulator 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 95, 98, whatever, whenever you fired up Flight Simulator, by default, it would put your plane right here, foot of this runway, with the engines running. And Meigs Field was just by default the default flight. And for many years that was the case, and it was always that way. Then after Flight Simulator 2004 and FSX, then it would it boot into a menu or an option or interface where you could change where you want to start. But Meigs Field, was very special to all simmers. Also, interesting story. This is an add-on scenery that I bought on Steam today. It was on sale. Meigs Field doesn't exist anymore. There was a conflict between the mayor of Chicago, I think it was Tom Daly, Mayor Daly, I don't recall what his first name was, between him and the FAA. The city wanted to kill the airport. Everybody else wanted the airport open. So there was a big conflict. The FAA was doing everything to block it, and the mayor, being the smartass he was, brought out bulldozers in the middle of the night and tore up the runway. I'm not sure if anyone got sent to jail or anything, but it was a big stink, and it was a very, very infamous ending to an airfield that I want to say that given its location was probably very popular. Something similar is happening right now in Santa Monica. The city council and all the rich people that pay them or run them, they want to close the Santa Monica airport because of noise issues and this and that. But for the most part, everybody else, all the celebrities that live around there, plane spotters, they want to keep that airport open. And now the FAA is getting involved because Santa Monica, they're trying to kick everybody out by making it very, very difficult and expensive to fly in there. And the FAA isn't having it. Not after what happened to Meigs Field. Now, I want to make this video as quickly as possible, so I went ahead and loaded up the Phenom. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off. Do a touch and go at O'Hare, which should be around here somewhere. I think it's over there somewhere. Come back, do a quick fly around, check out the scenery, do a couple passes, and then land. I got the real world weather going in Active Sky Next. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy. I'm going to go ahead and keep my flight low. I'm getting pretty poor frames, but so be it. This add-on, I'm not sure what the default or the stock Meigs look like. There probably is a strip, but it's not an official runway. This scenery package actually makes an airport out of it. So let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit and get this thing off the ground. I like to use microjets for these brief flights and make everything very easy. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the battery.
Terrain system test OK.
HTOS test OK.
Thank you very much. Brakes is on. Actually, I don't need that light on yet. Go ahead and turn these on. Oh, emergency brakes, emergency light. I only need to have it armed. Alright. There we go. Get that going. This should all be good. This should all be good. And I think I am ready to start. Engine ignition, let's leave it in auto. And there we go. Alright. Okay, we got engine 1 up. Let's go ahead and get weather. Actually, we'll just go ahead and do let's get a weather briefing. Since there is no tower here. How about that? Okay, this plane is moving. There is no tower here. Very well. I'm using Active SkyNX, so I should be getting real world weather reports. In which case, I will just go to aviation weather, KORD. METAR 220 at 5. Okay, now that runway runs 220 at 5, so I need to take off from the other end. I don't want to take off with a 5-knot tailwind. Alright, and now I can turn on my landing lights, give it 2 knots to the flaps. Trim is good. Takeoff config.
No takeoff. Trim.
Oh.
No takeoff. Brake.
There we go. Alright. Flight director, I'll turn that on. Let's go ahead and make our altitude. We won't be getting any higher than 4,000 feet. There we go. And there we go. Alright. And while we taxi, we can go ahead and take a look at the scenery. What time is it? Oh wow. I don't. I'm gonna have to check the documentation. I'm not sure if just includes these includes the city. Maybe might. Okay. There we go. And my video is no longer a video. It's now a slideshow. But it's worth it. This looks pretty good. Let's take a look from the outside. Now to take up some time while I'm in transit, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the wiki page. In fact, I can do it right here. KCGX, and the wiki page has not a bad list of information, or a summary of information. Okay, let's get off of that. Single runway airport in Chicago, which was in operation from December 1948 until March 2003 on Northerly Island. So we're on an island, an artificial peninsula on Lake Michigan. Sounds expensive. The airport sat adjacent to downtown Chicago, second largest business district in North America. Sounds very expensive. Meigs Field Airport was closed when then Mayor of Chicago Richard Daley, not Tom, ordered the runway destroyed with bulldozers without the 30-day notice required by the FAA. It also has here the airport was a familiar sight on the downtown lakefront. It is also well known as the default takeoff field in many early versions of the popular Microsoft Flight Simulator software program. I wasn't lying. It is an airport, or taxiing, that is featured in Microsoft's Midtown Madness computer game, 1999. And Reflections Driver 2 video game which are based in Chicago. The airport area is also the central location of the short documentary film Powers of the 10 by Charles and Ray Eames. So there is some history to this airport. Whoever did this scenery did a very good job. I like it. It's costing me a lot in frames, but it's worth it. I'm not exactly sure what my ceiling is. It looks pretty low. I don't have to screw with the weather. Let's see here. Chord is right here. As you can see, it's not very far away. So let me go ahead and get lined up. And all I'm going to do is fly to Chicago, O'Hare, do a touch and go, circle back, do a quick scenery tour, and land. Alright, so I can go ahead and announce my intentions. That's 220, 180. Okay, so that's south. Now this, the Phenom is kind of overpowered. And I'm not going very far, so I need to watch what I'm doing. Takeoff configuration is good. Just gonna go ahead and nobody's coming. I'm not even sure what this runway length is. Whatever the length, I'm pretty sure this Phenom can eat it for breakfast. Rotate. Positive brake, gear up. Pull up my flaps. Alright. I'm not sure what my ceiling is. It's completely VFR. Alright, climb rate's a little bit high. Let's trim down. Alright, I want to keep it under 3,000 feet, so. There we go. Alright, what's my trim? Oh my god. Look at that. 11. There I am in the clouds. Alright. Just come off the gas. Maintain the turn. Alright, there we go. Alright. There we got a good view of the airport. Oh man, that runway really isn't very long, is it? Huh. Wow. Up, into the clouds again. Down. That's one thing about the Phenom. It doesn't want to, you know, fly level or go down. It always wants to go up. Not sure why that is. Look at my trim. I'm trimming down 10.9. And if I let go, it wants to go up. Alright. Alright, well in this case, I'm just going to physically push the yoke forward. Heading towards O'Hare, so if I keep it on the 3,000 feet.
Sink rate.
Oh, here we go.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and call Chicago. Request a touch and go.
O'Hare Tower, Embraer, November 850, Hotel Papa is 14 miles east with Lima for touch and go. Embraer, November 850, Hotel Papa O'Hare Tower, fly straight in, runway 27 left, altimeter 2988.
Okay, 27 left.
Fly straight in, runway 27 left, Embraer 0 Hotel Papa.
Alright. Let's go ahead and come right a little bit. This weather wasn't part of the plan, and I'm getting horrible frames. Oh man, I don't want to have to cheat. 7 left. Oy. Sky vector. Chord. KORD. 27 left. There we go. 110.5. Okay. Actually, I'm passing it. Look at all the damn runways. Which one am I supposed to land on? Oh, wow. I think I passed it already. Yeah, that is right there. Well.
Check gear. Check gear.
Okay, never
Check
heard that one
gear.
before.
Check gear. Check gear.
I'll
Check
oblige.
gear. Check gear. Check gear. Check gear.
Okay, the gear is down. You can shut up now. Okay, 27 left. That's it right there.
Canada 511.
Man. I usually get decent frames in Steam. Jeez. 7?
Embraer 0 Hotel Papa, cleared touch and go, left traffic, runway 27 left. Cleared touch and go, runway 27 left, Embraer 0 Hotel Papa. O'Hara Tower, Air Canada 8657 is 25 miles northwest, inbound ILS, runway 14 left approach. Air Canada 8657, O'Hare Tower, make straight in, runway 14
Right
left,
there.
altimeter 2988.
Come on, one more notch of flaps.
Make straight in, runway 14 left, Air Canada 8657.
Okay, I'm at full.
O'Hara Tower, United
See,
675,
my hand's off and the plane does not want to drop.
For takeoff, IFR to Dulles.
Oy.
United 675, hold short, runway 27 left, traffic is Embraer on final.
That's me.
Hold short, runway 27 left, United 675.
Okay, getting low on airspeed.
United 54,
That's not 27.
turn next taxiway.
That one's 27. Actually, no, that one is 27.
United 5460, contact ground on 121.675. 121.675.
Glide to slope. Glide to slope. Glide to slope.
Yeah, you
Glide to slope. Glide to slope.
turn off
Glide
that
to slope.
transparency thing.
Glide to slope. 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 Glide to slope.
Totally overshot it.
Canada 511, exit runway when able.
But the good thing about these microjets is it's like a piston aircraft. You can get away with making mistakes like this. It's very forgiving.
500.
Glide to slope. 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 Glide to slope.
121.675. 121.675 for Air Canada 511.
300.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off the
Glide to slope. 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 200. 100.
Yeah, there's too much lights going everywhere.
Embraer 0, Hotel Papa, contact ground on 121.675.
No takeoff. Flaps.
Not stopping.
Runway 27 left.
No takeoff. Trim.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27 left, United 67.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
You're up.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
Okay.
Traffic. 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 Glide to slope. Traffic. Glide to slope. Traffic. Glide to slope. Traffic. Glide to slope. 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 Glide to slope.
All right. All right. That wasn't a bad touch and go. Let's go ahead and make my right turn. Make my way back over to Meigs. And I'm just looking at my GPS map. I know I'm not supposed to be in the clouds. Oh, way too high. Trimming down. So I got to trim down almost to the edge of its limits, just to prevent this thing from climbing. And I'm still climbing.
657.
I'm about to stall.
Runway 14.
There we go.
Cleared to land, runway 14 left, Air Canada 8657.
There we go. Slowly turning around. Now we're going back down. Okay, pull back on the yoke, trim up a little.
United 675.
Lest this thing starts complaining about my sink rate.
133.1. United 675.
All I'm doing right now, I'm fixated on this. I'm watching my vertical speed, and I'm watching my artificial horizon, and I'm watching my turn. Alright, so I'm heading back over the airport. I don't want that. I don't want to run into any traffic. So I'm turning left, heading 090. Okay, I'm kind of slow, but I'm also high. So I'm going to push the stick down a little bit. It's going to bleed off some altitude and pick up some speed and get me away from the busy traffic over here. Pull back on the stick a little bit. Watch the vertical speed. Alright, now we're heading straight 090, getting away from the airport. The second I hit the coast of the lake, I'm just going to follow the coastline VFR. And I'm getting into a little bit of turbulence here. But no sudden movements, standing fast. I'm on speed and on course. See how I look on the outside. Oh, I'm right in the middle.
Air Canada 8657. Turn next taxiway.
Alright.
Fire Tower, United 6840 at runway 27 left, ready for takeoff. IFR to Allentown. Air Canada 8657. Contact ground on 121.675. United 6840, cleared for takeoff. Runway 27 left.
Alright, I can start making my turn to the right.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 27 left. United 6840. 121.675.
Very slight bank angle. I don't need anything fancy. and I should be landing into the wind the same way I took off. I don't know what the if there's an ILS for this thing. There probably is. It most likely will be in the documentation that came with the add-on. But like a good simmer, I don't read the documents. Alright. See what the latest version of Active Sky does that freaky thing with the weather on the windscreen. Push down. It was wanting to climb again. Alright, I'm running parallel to the coast. Straighten up. Come off the gas. My trim is 9. I'm going to trim down to about 10 and let go.
Sink rate.
And there we go. It still wanted to climb. Jeez. That's my altitude, 3,000 feet. Alright, according to this, I am heading directly. Where's the... Oh, it's down here. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. And here is my destination. Alright, just come left a little bit.
Sink rate.
Shut up.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
There we go. Alright. Alright, got visibility again. This is really bad weather to be doing a tour on the scenery, but I want to keep it real. Alright. I'm getting into the weather again. You know, it might not be a bad idea to stay in the clouds.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Get much
Sink
better frames.
rate. Sink rate.
Alright.
Sink rate.
Let's back up. And there is a coast. Alright. Alright. This should get me lined up with the runway. As you may recall, if you're a simmer of age, coming into Meigs, landing south, you just want to follow the coast. And the runway lights are right in front of you. Alright, we don't want to crash into that building. Can give it 1 notch flaps. Then I'm going to make my turn. And take her in.
500. 400.
O'Hare Tower, Delta 2124 is 11 miles east, inbound ILS, runway 27,
300.
left approach. Delta 2124, O'Hare Tower, 6 straight in, runway 27, left, altimeter 2988.
200.
Flight straight in, runway 27, left, Delta 2124. O'Hare Tower, United 7419er is 12 miles northwest, inbound
100.
ILS, runway 14, left approach, United 7419er. O'Hare Tower, flight straight in, runway 14, left, altimeter 2988. 6 straight in, runway 14, left, United 7419er. Tower, US Air 707.
Alright, I had to stand on the brakes a little bit there.
ILS, runway 14, left approach. US Air 707.
But that was as good a landing as it comes. And a little bit dark. I think it's very dark. Let's go ahead and taxi, get out of the way, and cut a couple replays.
Delta 2124, cleared to land, runway 27 left. Cleared to land, runway 27 left, Delta 2124.
And we will end this mission where we started, which is a parking spot right over here. By the way, as you may have noticed, I didn't do a flyby to check out the scenery because the weather sucks. So I just went ahead and landed. Most I could do. I could park over there, or no, I can't park over there. That's water. Jeez. Okay, so I have to turn here. That's water right there. Alright, so make a turn right here. Where the hell was I before? Oh, I was right there. Alright, I'll just make a U-turn and park right next to this Cessna. This is as good a park job as I'm gonna get. Alright, that's not acceptable. Push back. Yeah, that's totally not acceptable. Okay. I can see where Ember borrowed some ideas from Cessna. Look at the pitch or the angle that the wings are attached to the fuselage and the wingspan. No wonder this plane flies like the Citation X. Alright, brakes on. Brakes on. Damn you. Brakes on. We can go ahead and proceed with the power down. Turn those lights off. You know what? I'll leave those lights on for a while. Kill the engines. No. Damn it. You're going the wrong way. Jesus. What the hell is this thing doing? Okay.
Delta 2124, contact ground on 121.675.
There we go.
US Air 707, cleared
Well,
to
pain in
land,
the ass that
runway
was.
14 left. Cleared to land,
Yes, I
runway
know.
14 left, US Air 707. Going to 121.675.
No,
Delta
we want you
2124.
Off, damn you. Off. And last but not least, battery master off. And that's it. Flightsimguy's half-assed dedication to Meigs Field. You know, this looks very, very nice. I'm thinking, you know, if I do any more GA flying in FSX, I'm going to use this area right here. You know, I wonder, I bought this for Steam. It pushed down to my computer. Is there any way I can copy the scenery files over from Steam into my Boxed and use it that way? Because I got a couple GA planes in Boxed that I'd love to use with the scenery, but this is in Steam and the GA planes won't install in Steam. So I'm going to have to look into that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and make some videos of this. Flightsimguy here. Hope you enjoy this brief tribute to icon of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.